In December of 1996, 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey lived in an affluent corner of Boulder, Colorado, often spending her weekends on pageant stages like the one pictured here. That world shattered the morning after Christmas. A panicked 911 call reported her kidnapped from this mansion, only for her murdered body to be discovered hours later in the basement of the very same house. 3 decades later, the killer has never been identified, but the investigation didn't stall because detectives lacked information. It stalled because the evidence they found points in completely opposite directions. To see why these two contradictory realities exist, we have to look at the catastrophic mishandling of the crime scene from the very first minute. When the 911 call first came in, the Boulder Police Department was understaffed for the holiday. The responding officers failed to take the most basic investigative step. They did not secure the perimeter, and they never sealed off the house. Look at this floor plan from that morning. Family and friends moved freely throughout the property, cleaning counters and destroying the main floor's forensic integrity. But the most damaging error happened hours later. JonBenét's father searched the basement, found his daughter, and carried her upstairs. By moving the victim and leaving the basement door open, the primary crime scene was permanently altered. Investigators made it impossible to verify the original state of the room, allowing 2 opposing theories to become equally plausible. The first theory focused squarely on the family. Because there was no immediate sign of a break-in, investigators heavily scrutinized John, Patsy, and their son, Burke. Police immediately identified a massive anomaly, the ransom note. It was 2.5 pages long, unusually verbose, and written on a notepad using a pen found sitting right there in the Ramsey kitchen. Then there was the demand itself. The writer asked for exactly $118,000. That highly specific number matched the exact unpublicized amount of John Ramsey's Christmas bonus from the year before. The autopsy revealed another detail. Examiners found undigested pineapple in JonBenét's stomach, eaten shortly before her death. Photographs of the kitchen taken that morning showed a bowl of pineapple sitting on the table, a bowl that police reported bore Patsy Ramsey's fingerprints. This collection of details carried significant weight. In 1999, a secret Colorado grand jury reviewed the information and voted to indict the parents for child abuse resulting in death. Isolated from the forensic findings we'll see in a moment, these behaviors and circumstantial details point toward the involvement of someone inside the home. But the district attorney's office and veteran detective Lou Smith eventually championed a different perspective, that the forensic evidence identified an outside killer. This DNA sequence graphic illustrates their strongest counter-evidence. Forensic investigators extracted a mixed blood sample from the victim's clothing that contained the genetic profile of an unidentified male. It excluded every member of the Ramsey family. Investigators also mapped out physical evidence supporting an intruder's path through the house. They found a broken basement window, a suitcase placed directly beneath it, and an unidentified boot mark left on the basement floor. In 2008, District Attorney Mary Lacey reviewed the results of newly developed touch DNA analysis. Based entirely on that unknown male profile, her office issued a letter officially clearing the Ramsey family of any suspicion. For their part, the family has maintained their absolute innocence since day one, taking their case to the public and offering cash rewards for information leading to the true killer. The presence of unexplained foreign DNA, combined with physical entry points in the basement, makes the intruder theory scientifically impossible to dismiss. We are left with 2 theories that actively collide. If a stranger broke into the home, why would they linger at a crime scene to write a 2.5-page essay using the family's own stationery? Conversely, if this was an elaborate inside cover-up, how did an unknown male's DNA end up mixed into the physical evidence directly on the victim's clothing? Today, the legal avenues are stalled. The statute of limitations on the grand jury's charges has long expired, defamation suits have chilled media speculation, and while the homicide remains technically open, it is undeniably cold. The various pieces of evidence here don't form a puzzle leading toward a single solution. Instead, the facts we do have actively cancel each other out. The culprit behind this 30-year deadlock can be traced directly back to the very first hours of December 26, 1996. No amount of modern forensic technology or advanced genetic testing can solve a case when the foundational integrity of the crime scene is shattered before the investigation begins. The case remains a standard reference in law enforcement training regarding the necessity of immediate crime scene preservation. A failure to secure a scene results in more than the loss of hair or fiber samples. It allows two entirely different realities to coexist forever, leaving a murder unsolved.